Never do that again. My God. Oh man. Oh, it is the Budrush. Bellow. Hello. Hello. What is going on, all of my wonderful people, my buds? It is the Budrush Bellow. I am your host, Tommy Fresh, as always, and you are all of my buds. And today we have a great show for you all. I'm joined, as always, by my handsome co-host, Mr. Viz, aka Gary. How you doing, buddy? Oh yeah. Yeah, I like the stash, dude. Like honestly. Yeah. I think so. I always think about doing. I've done the stash a couple times. Oh no, you can't hear him. Can't hear Gary again. I thought. Oh God. All right, one sec. We're fixing that real quick. All right, all right. How about that? Everybody's
How's it going? Silent G.
silent. Yeah. I think you guys should be able to hear him now. If you can hear Gary, sound off in the chat, right? You know, just go crazy. What does Gary sound like? Someone say something.
I'm sounding like, a little. Well, the thing is, nobody heard my bellow at the beginning.
I know. They just heard me.
Never do that again.
Yeah. Okay. He's good. He's good. We got some folks in the chat. We got Greg, aka Dark Princess. We got Kale, Dead Summer Art. We have the podcast with him tomorrow coming out. I hope you're feeling better, Kale. I hope I didn't. I mean, obviously, I couldn't have given you an illness because we were a virus from I was in America and you were in Australia. So it'd be hard for me to do that. But if I gave that to you, I'm very sorry. I'm talking and just leaving it on Gary's face.
Yeah.
I am all over the place, but we got a great show for everybody today. So if you don't know, now you know. We at the Fresh and Buds household have received a spoiler for Dusk Till Dawn. Woo!
Laughing's bad for radio.
Bad, sorry. and we're very excited. And guess what? To nobody's surprise, we are aligned with the shadows. I do not know what the card is yet. Alex has not sent the card. I would like it soon so I can start working on the video. Because it's coming up. July 2nd is when I'm going to put it out there into the world on YouTube. So that being said, we're going to talk about a couple things today. Well, we're going to crack some packs. Got Monarch packs today. That should be very, very fun. And we're going to Scabskin moment of the week as always. And what else are we gonna do? We saw United We Stand, the card, right? We're gonna talk about what could be the Divided We Fall that we assume is going to. What heroes are gonna appear on that card if it exists, right? Because it looks like it's obviously one piece of art, and then we're gonna draft shadow cards, and that should be fun. Pat Shaw's in chat. Jesus, they just nerfed specifically route. What is
from the Vendilion click card? You get to look at your opponent's hand. And you say, "Oh, you have a route." They don't need to put it on the bottom, but they get to know what your whole turn is going to be.
Got it.
It's actually pretty neat into Warrior. We'll talk about it. It's too early. We're not talking about spoilers yet. Main topic.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Don't worry, Pat. We'll get there. Also, I want to comment on Greg, the Ted Lasso stash. Yep. So I finished Ted Lasso and immediately decided to choose to have a mustache. That just as one does. But I'm also I said this when I was quiet. I'm channeling the dad from Inside Out. That's my really main goal to end the summer. I want to look like the dad from Inside Out. So, if you have any tips? Let me know.
So they're saying that they changed Dominate. Apparently. There's new rules. about defending. Maybe I'll just bring them up.
This just in?
Yeah, we might just talk about that. I mean, not just that, but we'll touch on it. And
my mind is blown.
Back Alley Oracle number 10 defending update. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit here, and kind of figure out what the heck it means. I'm gonna have to probably defer to you, Gary, if you want to look at it as well.
Yeah,
because you're
I'll
more
find
of a
it.
rules nerd, but you know.
Yeah, someone's got to know the rules.
Somebody's got to know them. But hey, we got a great show for you all. Before we get to all that, though, I do want to shout out the Patreon, which you can find in the show notes. It is a great place to help keep the lights on, the mics hot, supports the show. Very cool. Love everybody that does that. Get some nice little bonuses too. And check out the Buds Discord. Great place to hang out. Awesome. The hype is real there for spoiler season, and we're going to be probably talking way too much on Discord about any little inkling of a spoiler that we get.
Absolutely.
And YouTube, this is where you're watching. This is where the spoiler for Dusk Till Dawn will be released. Should be cool. Going to be a whole production, as long as everything goes to plan. And at 500 subscribers, still going to do the Levia cosplay. We're getting very close. We are about 75-ish subs away, which could be quick. If we all band together, and then I have to do it. So, very exciting. All that stuff. Check it all out. Fresh and Buds, the podcast. As I mentioned, Kale from Dead Summer Art will be on tomorrow. We talk all about the War of the Monarchs, and it's a blast. Next week we got Yuki Lee Bender, and then after that we have Hamish from Push the Point, and then, gosh, I think then we're at episode 100, which might just be the set review. So we'll see.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? It depends on editing timetables and stuff like that. So we might push the set review and then do something special for episode 100. So we will see how it goes. So.
Yeah, I mean, we're only 75, almost 75 away.
I know.
Pretty crazy.
I know.
Pretty crazy.
I know.
You're gonna have to start shopping for rabbit suits, Tom.
Yeah, I know. I really am. I mean, I can't be. That's gonna be an Amazon purchase straight to Gary's house. But yeah, no, should be good. Should be good. But hey, without further ado, let's get to the show.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time. Let's crack some packs. All right. So let me bring up. Well, wait. Okay. Well, we have some Monarch packs. I'll switch to you though for the roll.
Yeah. So today we are going to be rolling on this Dominia playmat because we want to shout out the Bud who posted her spoiler today, Mara. Basically, Phantasmaclasm. That's a non-attack action. We'll get to it in a little bit. So let's roll. Let's see. Also, I got new lights. I hope things look clearer than normal. Hoping to show off the art. Here we go. Ooh, the 3.
Oh, we're cracking. We're cracking.
We're popping it.
Yeah.
We're popping the Phantasm.
Pop the Phantasm.
All right, let's see. Oh,
another 3
again.
All right. Well, hey.
We're not down. We're not down an action point. So.
Sorry, I keep going to my face. I'm probably scaring all the viewers. So all shadow packs here. So. Doesn't matter. We'll just pick one of them, and the other 2 will be opened up on the Patreon, which hey, could be my first Fable. And Sigma's in chat. Sigma's hype. We're all pretty hype. It's pretty.
We're all very hype.
We're hyping up here. All right, so Monarch.
One pack
to get a library. I'd rather get the carrying. Let's be honest.
Nah, we want a Fable. We want to see the Fable here.
All right, Blue Ghostly Visit. I love this card. Thank you, Kale. I love this playmat too. I kept one for. I made an extra one to keep for myself. I couldn't help it. I thought they looked really good. Blue Ghostly. I do love Blue Ghostly Visit.
As we look at this pack, we're gonna have to figure out what shadow cards we want to draft at the end of the show too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. DM Armada's in chat. Mr. Cookies with Cookies is hyped, and he doesn't know why. We're all hyped. Belittle, very, very good card. Maybe too good.
Warmonger's recital's really good too.
Yeah, this card's pretty sweet. It seems awesome and limited, which obviously is on the forefront of a lot of people's minds right now. Stony Wootenhog. The blue is not something I'm super ecstatic about.
Oh, gotta love gauntlets.
Gauntlet's pretty good. Andrew, hello to you as well. Gauntlet is quite good. That would probably be
I love. I forget the out muscle.
Out muscle or the yellow's 3 for 5. Defended by a card equal or greater. It needs to be defended by something with equal or greater to not get go again.
Yeah.
Ooh,
majestic!
Wow. Whoa, Soul Shield. It's a good card.
We taking the Soul Shield.
Yeah, Soul Shield seems pretty great. Consuming Aftermath, totally fine. Express Lightning. We want
I saw that Express Lightning and I was like, is that new Dory card?
Oh yeah, it does look a lot like it, doesn't it? Blue Unworldly Bellow. I love this card, especially that color. Herald of Rebirth. Shout out to the Table Pit. We were on Fabby Feud, which was it's not out yet. It's Family Feud, but we got quizzed about cards with the name Herald in it.
Yeah, Herald, like the meme Herald.
Herald, yeah. Rip Through Reality. Totally fine card.
Yeah.
Engulfing Light Blue. Certainly okay. Oh man, Boneyard Red. This is the best one drop in the game. My God.
I don't know. What about Miraging Metamorph?
Yeah, that's all right. Spears of Sorality is really good too.
Spears of Sorality is so good. Yeah.
And then Hatch is awesome, but Soul Shield.
Single Hatch. Yeah,
Soul Shield is awesome. Soul
Shield's the take for sure.
Is just great. But I love Monarch. I love opening Monarch.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that we're getting more of a chance to kind of mess around with the set again. But Dusk Till Dawn is the real hype, though. We're very excited. I'm
so excited. Light and Shadow. I've even been buying some light cards just in case. I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's a big trader moment for me.
Are you looking for a Soul Shield or?
No, I'm good. I bought Soul Shield. Shields. I that Celestial Cataclysm card. I've looked at it a few times.
Awesome.
Card's insane. The art is insane.
Yeah.
Just a clean card. I love it.
Yeah, that card's great. That card's awesome, and it's gonna be the business in Bolton.
The absolute business, not small business. Small business Saturdays, absolutely not. Big business.
Big business. Yeah. Let's protect. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to protect big business because we're all about the little guy here. Now, Scabskin moment of the week.
Yeah.
This is a part of the show where, initially it was a lot of brute stuff, just brute stories, but we've kind of switched it into a segment to kind of talk about, we either rolled high or rolled low in our everyday life. And I gotta say, I feel like I'm rolling pretty high right now.
Yeah.
Spoiler, pretty exciting. 90 something episodes of the podcast, almost 100. By the time the set comes out, what's up, Joel? How are you doing? By the time the set comes out, over 100 episodes, which is pretty hype as well. That's
almost two whole years, right?
Yeah. 104 will be 2 whole years, which is wacky. But I will tell you a story of a low roll happened today.
Okay.
I based my whole day at work on one meeting that I had at a bar about hour 10 from home at like 3:00, which is like not the worst. Like I can get in, do the meeting, probably avoid most of the traffic on the way home. But
yeah,
it's still kind of annoying. It's North Jersey's like kind of, congested and all that stuff. So I didn't plan this meeting. The other person planned the meeting. I show up. And the guy was very nice, but he goes, I don't really have any time, so just leave your stuff there and I'll call you. I was like, okay.
Brutal.
I was like, all right,
Oh,
well,
man.
see you later. So that felt like a low roll. I mean, they're a great business partner, so it's like not the worst. So we
Yeah.
but still, like, come on, like, let's make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
But that was my low roll.
I didn't roll any particularly low this week, but this is everybody's favorite part of the podcast where people talk about the traffic and their meetings at work, so I'm gonna continue this monotony by talking about my high roll on the transit. Because for those of you that don't know, I don't drive, but I take the train, and I went into work yesterday. I only went into work one day this week. I woke up super late. I thought I was going to miss my train, and that's a big problem because I take 2 trains to work. I take what we call the L onto the purple line. The purple line. Yeah, that's the line I take.
Yeah. And you're taking an L. Yeah, it's all coming together.
No. You're the L, and I'm the purple line.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
But anyway, so the problem with being late is there's a brief window where that purple line comes every 15 minutes, and then after that it comes every half an hour. And so I woke up super late, and I got there a minute before I was gonna have to wait a half an hour, and I was running with my little backpack trying to catch the train. It's no shame running for a train. Okay? No shame. You don't want to waste 30 minutes just standing around. What are you doing with your life?
That sounds like a t-shirt.
What are you doing with your life?
Oh, no, the no shame running for a train. Not the what are you doing? Yeah.
But then, not only that, on the way home, I was about to leave my work, and my coworker was like, "Do you want to ride?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" I checked the train schedule. 5 minutes. 5 minutes till the train was going to show up. So we sped a little bit, a little speed, and we just made it just in time. Because if I had left another 2 minutes later, would have had to wait another half an hour. And who's got time to wait around like that?
No. And that brings up a good point. No shame running for a train. No shame speeding for a train.
Absolutely. Well, unless it's so. Also, I've been watching the Fast and the Furious movies this week, and at the end of the Fast and the Furious, they're speeding for the train, and but then you got to watch out for the pole on the other side. See, there's a real moral to the story: is you can beat the train, but don't run into a pole.
Well, as long as you have family. See, the thing I've always learned from those.
Surprising lack of family in the first 2 films.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they weren't a family yet. Like, the first 2 films, it was like they were actually just criminals, and then became superheroes at one point in the series.
Yeah.
Which is like, all right, whatever.
And at some point, John Cena's a brother.
Yeah.
Of I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, Greg's like, spoiler alert. And here's another spoiler if you. I remember, I think the last one I saw, which I think is like 3 movies ago. The Rock was in a cast, and he just breaks out. He goes, "Daddy's got to go to work," and just breaks out of the cast. And I was like, okay, I think I'm done with these movies. They're a bit much. So, but yeah, anyway.
But yeah, so I say I high rolled, even if I woke up a little bit late. Appreciate the thanks for sticking around for train talk. This is really, really gripping content as we move into.
Guess what?
The main topic.
The trains keep on rolling, because guess what? We're gonna look at these new defending updates. So
yeah, I've been trying to process it over here, but so you please stall for me.
Yeah. So basically, this guy's pretty upset. Wait a second. Is that Pat Shaw right there?
What about my route?
Yeah. Joel says, my friend and I are probably going to the Battle Hard in Cincinnati. I kind of wanted to do that, but it's just not going to work out, unfortunately.
Not in the chords.
Yeah, it's hard to do it. But, all right. So what does it mean to defend? Well, don't ask a 5-player or any kind of aggro player. Okay, this is a lot to take in. Let's see what Pat said.
So let's just. I did look at. So let's skip past this to the unifying dominate
Oh,
section.
okay, sure.
So right here you see old dominate says the defending hero can't defend with or play more than one defending card or defense reaction from their hand, this chain link.
Yeah.
This is particular because it says they can't play more than one. There's a restriction on when you can play them. New dominate says this can't be defended by more than one card from hand. So this would mean that you could play on a sink below and then a sink below, and then it would negate the second sink below.
Interesting. Like, oh, why would it negate the second sink below?
So if you follow down here, if the attack has dominate, the defending hero doesn't defend. Then during the reaction step, above the pummels, there's 2 little bullets.
Oh, yeah.
The first bullet of the 2 bullets at the bottom. They play a defense reaction from hand and immediately play another defense reaction from hand before the first one resolves. In this case, only the last defense reaction card will resolve and become defending. And the first defense reaction card will fail to resolve because the attack is already defended by a card from hand. So basically the way the stack works is you play a defense reaction and then you hold priority, play another defense reaction. This would be this one at the top would resolve. The second one would not be able to would fail to resolve because the attack cannot be defended by more than one card.
Okay.
Previously, dominate says you could not even play 2 cards.
Okay. So wait, the second one would just fizzle. It wouldn't even block.
Yeah.
This is just this part just seems like semantics, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's important though because there's also that if you look at the second example, it says if the attack does not have dominate, the defending hero play a card from hand. Then during the defense reaction step, they play another one, so you have 2 resolving. Then before it resolves, the attacking hero gives their attack dominate. In this case, the defense reaction card will fail to resolve because the attack is already defended by a card from hand. So this is basically saying that even if the attack, it's checking that the dominated attack is blocked by 1 card or more pretty frequently.
Okay.
Versus like you can't defend, like the hero can't defend with or play more than 1. So if the attack didn't have dominate, right? You're attacking with, a swing big, right? And
they use thump here, right? Because that's the easiest one to.
Yep. Thump's a great example. Which is why it's in the article.
Yeah.
So thump attacks for 6. You block with a card from hand, and then you play a Fate Foreseen. In response to the Fate Foreseen, your opponent plays pummel, giving thump dominate. The Fate Foreseen cannot resolve because the thump is already defended from hand.
Oh wow, they're making D-reacts worse, right?
A little bit. It's not. It's like this is a very edge case, right? Like thump gaining dominate is very small, but that does tell me that there's probably more ways to gain dominate at instant speed in this set. Because why would they care other than a unifying effect? The route thing I'm still trying to figure out.
So
that being said,
is one of the few cards in the game that can actively remove defending cards from the combat chain. It's important to note how this effect interacts with reprise and dominate and similar effects. Specifically, as mentioned before, reprise is conditional on the defending hero having defended with a card from hand at any point, while dominate and similar effects dictate whether a card can defend based on the current defending cards on the combat chain. Previously with route and dominate, if the attacking player were to resolve route and remove a defense reaction that was played from hand on the current chain link where dominate is active, the defending player was unable to play another defense reaction from hand to that same chain link. However, due to these changes to dominate, so they have an ability now to do it again.
Because they have played one already. And they can't, and so they nerfed route very specifically. Sorry, Pat. Sorry, Dory players.
Sorry,
but that probably means you're getting more stuff like route.
Yeah, I mean,
you might be getting a cheaper route, a scenic route, maybe.
Route there, baby, and I'm loving every minute of it. No, it's pretty interesting. Yeah. Well, sorry about Rao, but
Row.
now it's time to speculate.
Yeah, let's speculate. The best part of life.
All right. So here we got United We Stand. So we see. Well, first of all, this is also the kind of proof or the whatever that we have PvE, right? So or some kind of multiplayer format that cares about a party, right? Could be like a 2v2.
But also,
3v3.
pause real quick.
Sure.
RIP to Bolton and Lexi getting the Mike Wazowski treatment on this one.
Oh,
the old border.
yeah, a little rough, but you know what? The whatever the full art is gonna look awesome with both cards. So interesting. So we're getting PvE. Well, we don't know exactly what it is. I know the article said PvE, but
yeah,
I feel like
also
a possibility.
We only know about PvE,
2 parties.
Right?
What was that?
I think I'm thinking 2v2 or 3v3 kind of thing.
3v3 makes a lot of sense. I think, right?
Because like that's what they do for Team Sealed, right?
Yeah. So basically, we have this really cool card. It has Unity like all the other specs did. This is light only, so Bolton and Prism and possibly Shiana or Dorinthia, based on what happens in this set, can play this card, but it cares about if certain heroes are in your party. So obviously, all the heroes depicted here. So these are the good guys. We'll call them the good guys. I don't really buy it, but they're fighting for one side, the light side. So we can infer, based on even what Greg just said, the panorama reveal, please, that there is the second half of this art. Now, who's in the second half of this art, Gary? Who do you think?
Well, honestly, I mean, I think I know one of them. I think I know probably 3 of them. 4 of them probably with Vincent. But so my first guess here is just going to be Viserai. Get it out of the way. As much as I'd love to just let him hang around a little bit, just get it out of the way.
Sure.
Viserai is, he's a puppet of the Demonastery. He's going to do whatever they're going to do. And so he's going to be on the side of darkness and shadow. And I really can't wait I hope we get a Viserai Unity card that makes everyone chant on defend. Oh my god, that would be so great.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't think we'll get Unity for these heroes.
Probably not.
It would be something else. I mean, it might in effect work the same way, but yeah.
But think about it this way. United they fall.
Oh. Okay.
Divided we win, united they fall.
Okay. I mean,
I don't know. Something flipped.
Yeah, we're throwing it out there.
I don't know. It's some other effect that I have no idea. But Viserai is my first thing, just because I want to see him there.
So I think the obvious ones are Vis, Chain, Levia, Vincent, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now, who else is showing up on this side? I think it'd be kind of I don't know. I want to say Dromai for some reason. It might not make a whole lot of sense because of kind of what's going on in Volcor, but
kind of busy.
They're dealing with everything going on, so it could not be the answer there, but I could see it. I don't see Reinar doing it. I don't think Reinar cares.
Yeah.
But that being said, I could see oh god, what is the name of actually let me just bring it up on Flickr Trick. Amira.
Oh.
I could see Amira on the dark side because it seems to be all about trickery, right? And being kind of like devious. And look, I mean, she looks devious there. And we also got this card, Lost in Thought, which I'm just going to assume every 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 non-talented illusionist action is for Amira, like or like kind of her card. And
Yeah.
I mean, this looks spooky as all hell.
Yeah, that matches the Frightmare and the Spectrals, like the Spectral Cats and all the Spectral Steed. Yeah.
So, what about you? I mean, who else do you think is showing up? Because like we know the shadow folks.
Yeah. I'm all right. How do you feel about seeing Kano?
Oh, because Kano's been a little bit absent, right?
He's been a little bit absent.
Story,
right? Yeah. And so, hear me out here. Lexi and Briar and Oldham are just getting their talent stuff. You know what I mean? Right now, everybody who's shown there has a talent, right? Or a talent at some point, except Dory.
And Shiana.
Right? Is Shiana in the back?
Yeah, just right there.
I didn't even see her in the wings. Okay. So Dory and Shiana. So this is definitely not just shadow people. Kano feels like a guy who would really take it to another level. You know?
Yeah. I don't know why, but
really...
it just reminded me of Chris Collinsworth, the commentator from the NFL, because he's like always starts talking about any player. Here's a guy, and here's a guy. Kano's a guy that's just. But no, Kano seems devious. We've seen, I mean, like his adult hero, like art. You know, whether that was intentional or not, he looks devious as hell, right? He's like, he's just got that kind of like smirk.
Yeah.
I think Riptide could show up there, along with some of the other rogues from like the pits. I could see it happening. I doubt it will. I doubt we're even getting like even touch like the pits in this set. Seems like a little too soon.
Yeah, probably too soon. What about Katsu?
Nah.
Well, hear me out. He got dishonored.
That's true. Dishonor. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Or Zombie Ira.
Zombie Ira. That would be even crazier. I mean, I guess you kind of open up the floodgates with like the possibility of. Oh, wait a second. What am I saying, Gary? The Necromancer's definitely over there. We don't know who the Necromancer is, but that seems like a shoo-in.
Absolutely. The shoes are in.
The shoes are in. But
yeah, man. I think if we're speculating, Kano, probably Amira, some other illusionists. Honestly, it could just be the shadow heroes plus Viscerai and like some giant ass demons. You know?
Yeah, you get like Ursur and Blasmofet and
the other guy.
The other one that they're looking for. Oh, the one for Vincent, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It's.
I saw that. I think Az made the like his own version of it, and it had like it just had Vincent and then like a bunch of Levi's monsters, then the gore belching monster.
Oh yeah.
Which it would be kind of cool too. Just like one hero kind of leading the army of like the monsters, right? Because that seems to be the main force behind like this war.
Right. So it could just be the shadow, the shadow crew, maybe one untalented person, maybe the Necromancer. That would be really sick.
Yeah, that would be a really cool way to kind of like, hey, we're not giving you a Necromancer yet, but they're coming.
Yeah. Or we could get him and he's just a shadow. Full shadow.
Set. Oh, that would be kind of neat, right?
Just
that would almost make a lot of sense in a way, right? You can play like Ghostly Visit, like obviously both Levia and Chain have cards that can come back from the dead in a way, but I feel like it has to come back from the graveyard, right? Not banish if you're gonna do.
We'll have to see. I mean, I know they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do it. And Caleb, who is a huge Necromancer fan. That's when Caleb's gonna be popping up in the Buds Discord.
Yeah. And when he abandons me on the Viscerai train,
Yeah.
you know, because who's got time to wait for the train, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's
the
truth, but
that's the truth.
Man, I'm excited.
We got like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. A week from Friday is.
Oh my gosh.
Is when we're gonna get the light cards, right? And then
wow.
Sunday seems to be the big shadow day, right? So we will see. You know, it's gonna suck waiting for all the shadow cards, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. This is like
it's good. Yeah, it's gonna just be 2 days of that card's broken, that card's broken, that card's broken, that card's broken.
Yep. And then like only a couple of them ever see see play. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
But all right. So that being said, let's draft some cards.
Absolutely.
So, well, jeez. Let me make sure. Yeah, my untitled spreadsheet is here.
Oh.
I've been killing Gary here with the way I do my
data management is not up to code.
No. I'm not a data management guy per se, but we're gonna draft some shadow.
He doesn't even know his own name. He doesn't want to put it anywhere.
We are going to draft existing shadow cards, right? Because we're pretty hype on Shadow. Shadow's the way. We know the least about Shadow going into the set, like in terms of what we're getting. We saw Phantom Banshee, Vincent, and her weapon, and then pretty much it, right?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not going to choose the spoiler cards. We're only going to choose the ones from Monarch, or do you want to do the spoiler cards too?
No, we'll just do from Monarch. So I'm to nobody's surprise, I'm going first.
Yeah.
Because I want Carrion Husk. I mean,
yeah, you can have it. All caps. Let's go.
All caps. I mean, all right. What is there to say about Carrion Husk that hasn't been said already? It's blocks are 6. It's just awesome. You pivot off the card. The art is insane. We've never had a playmat of that card, have we?
I don't think so, but I know you want it.
That would be epic.
Sergei Gursky is who it is.
But yeah, the Carrion Husk is just incredible. It speaks for itself. There's not really a lot of depth to the card. Let's be honest. It just blocks for 6 and is really good. So
just don't play it in a long game, and you're good.
Yeah, well, unless you're playing Leviathan, then you can just turn off that blood debt. But,
yeah, why not?
Yeah, but it might end up being a trap for Vincent. We don't know. But
I think it is going to be a trap, and like we talked about last week, the built-in tunic trigger speaks for itself.
Yeah, that's true.
So my card for my first pick, this card has won me games, it's lost me games. It's a beautiful card, Federico art. We're gonna go with Invert Existence.
Ooh, great pick.
Now, I don't love that mine are in lowercase and Carrion Husk is in all caps, but yours does block for 6. So
I was gonna change it, but I am not going to.
It's okay. It'll be gone by the end of the show. Anyway, but no, Invert Existence is one of those cards where if Blitz had a sideboard, it would be one of those cards that you would play in Blitz a lot because you could bring it in to get rid of cards in certain matchups. But in CC, this card is fantastic. You can deal random arcane damage on your opponent's turn like you're a wizard. You can play it from the Banish Zone. You can. Oh, sorry. I dropped something.
My light too excited.
No, my light fell. Too excited about Invert Existence. But yeah, no, you can play it for free off of Soul Reaping too. We're not drafting specializations because last week we did specializations. Mm-hmm. We didn't want to taint the pool this time. But Yeah, Invert Existence, so good. What a great card. Don't you got if it exists, you got to be aware of it. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And Andrew, I do agree that is a win in the shadow column. And TCG Ted, great, just great. Like great minds think alike. We both want the Husk mat, so I think a lot of people want the Husk mat. That's okay. That means we're for the people, Gary. One of these.
Yes.
You'll never get it, you know, Mr.
I'll never get it. Yeah. I'll never. I'll have zero interest in any cool playmat that belongs to Shadow Hero. Zero.
Yeah, yeah.
The Demonastery one behind me.
Yeah. All right. My number 2 pick is.
Type it all in. Type it all in. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna take.
Oh wait, it's not gonna. I'm just doing Hexagore. I'm not gonna write out the whole thing because I don't want to. All right, so Hexagore. All right, listen, got it right here. This is why I picked it. It was right in front of me. This is Coalful, by the way. Not to brag, but
I believe it was to brag.
It was to brag, but it was a gift. It was a gift from Gary and Greg, and it was very nice. And Hexagore is in many ways a trap, but also it's just good enough that you're just like, this could be maybe the best weapon ever created, but we just don't know it yet.
Yeah, I mean, 2 for 6.
2 for 6 is crazy, and I think I made the point somewhere else, maybe even in the Discord. It on turn 1, it is 2 for 12.
Oh yeah, it is 2 for 12. You want a fast game? Play that, attack with it on turn 1.
Yeah, it is the best aggro card ever if you want to lose.
Yeah, I do have a story about this card. Because we're drafting it.
Yeah.
So we drafted Monarch, was it a week and a half ago, and so I was like seat 7. Okay, person 1 opens their pack and says, "Oh, I really want to take this card, but I'm not going to take it because I don't know how to use it." Then the next seat was like around the table. You just hear, oh, oh. It gets to me, and I see that it's a Hexagore, and I'm like, well, I'm on Prism. I'm not taking this.
Yeah.
And but I made the audible 6 times, 6 times in a row. And then Scott sitting next to me at seat 8, he's like, what are you guys talking about? Like, what's being passed around? Is like a Hexagore or something? And then I put the pack down. I hand it to him, and he looks at it. He called it. He called that Hexagore, and it was not taken until
Wow. That's sad. I mean, it's not probably good in limited, right? But
well, it is a 2 for 12, so
it is 2 for 12. That's pretty great. Yeah, no, Hexagore's awesome. I love the art. Love the possibilities with the card. Yeah. I've had games where that card dominated, right? It just was unbeatable. And I've had games where I've questioned every decision I've ever made about my deck. I'm like, why am I playing this? This should be a Romping Club. This should be a Ravenous Meat Axe. It should be anything other than something that's about to deal me 6 on turn 1 because I have nothing else to do. So,
but you played it.
Yeah, I did play it. So, yep, that was my second pick. What's yours?
Yeah, my next one is got another equipment, Ebonfold.
Ooh, yeah, that's a great card.
Beautiful piece of equipment. The art is fantastic. Spell Void 2, really annoying for Wizards.
Oh yeah,
really annoying. Because it's basically just like Oasis Respite, but on your head. It's a blue Oasis Respite on your head. Also, it's a really cool effect where you get to banish a card. Probably in some Leviathan commoner list, they probably play this to save themselves.
Yeah. I mean, it's a useful way, and the replacement is good, and
it's an instant too. So it's you can do it even if you don't have any action points. You swing off and you have 1 extra resource, but you have 8 blood debt cards. If you couldn't find a way to banish, you could just banish your blood debt card from hand, or banish a 6 from hand and save yourself.
I got smashed by a Leviathan on Talishar the other day that was playing bingo and like razor reflex and like ghostly. They turn one rolled scabs, popped Evanfold to put Ghostly Visit into their banish zone, drew a card, Ghostly Visit from banish, bingo, and then attacked with club. And I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I love this. And I was like, you know, sometimes Levi just gets there. So
yeah,
it's a good pick.
That's my pick. You know, I'm only playing cards that Chain can play up until this point, you know, so.
Gotcha. Oh, Chain can't play Hexagore? Must not even be good.
That's why I don't play him in CC, you know?
Yeah. So my number 3 pick is a card I just mentioned and can be played in both Shadow Hero card pools or whatever. Ghostly Visit. This one is getting normal lowercase spelling because it's a common. Ghostly Visit. I love Ghostly Visit Red and I love Ghostly Visit Blue. I think it's in Levia, it's a blue block 3 that if you banish, you can still play out for 2 damage. It's not great, but like any brute player knows, the blues they dry up quick, right? Yeah. Good blues are tough to come by. But the red is maybe one of the best shadow cards. Like just for what it does. Like it's just a 1-for-4, which is like below rate, but you can play from banish zone, so it equals out, right? And just being able to enchain, you can give it go again. In Levia, you play your Dread Screamer into the Ghostly Visit. It just had so many different ways, and Ghostly Visit in Levia just refills your graveyard, and then you get to banish it again, keep going, and then it becomes like a really annoying thing to deal with for your opponent. So Ghostly Visit's easy number 3 for me.
Yeah, that's a good pick. So I'm gonna pick this one, and I'm picking it on the memories of it, and not necessarily on the playability, even though I know it's played. But you have to type it all out because it's tradition. So I'm gonna say Convulsions from the Bellows of Hell. Off the screen there, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that too. I'm not even gonna fix it. Because that's what it looks like when I have to write it into my deck list at any given tournament. Oh man,
it's usually the blue too, right?
Yeah, blue, yeah.
So it's like
all the way on the right side of the page.
Yeah.
It is
every time we've done our deck list together. It's usually, I mean, unless you're doing Riptide or whatever, you're just like I'm sitting there writing Drawn to the Dark Dimension, which is like, you know, long. It's a long name.
Sure.
But you just like, I just hear halfway through the sheet, you're just like, oh, I hate this card.
I hate this card.
What are you talking about? Convulsions from the Bellows of Hell.
Such a love-hate relationship with this card because it wins games, but it is also the worst to write. But I appreciate you picking it.
Yeah, you know, I figured, you know, if you didn't pick it, you know, I was gonna have to pick. I honestly wanted to make you type it on that side, so that way you'd have to type it all out. And I think it was worth the pick. You know, 3rd round. You know.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a solid pick. It's not even like a bad card or anything, right? No. It is just it's good but very annoying to write. Yeah. So, my 4th pick here is something that I'm surprised has gone this long. Is Shadow Puppetry.
Yeah, I thought about that, but that's a good one.
So
all caps, caps. It's a majestic.
Oh, it's true. Sorry. One sec.
Shadow OP.
Yeah, Shadow is OP. So the reason I'm picking Shadow Puppetry is, it's awesome, and I think it was never like good in Chain, really, right? Chain didn't really need it. Chain had the easiest way to give go again ever already.
Guys? Oh, sorry.
Chain played Blue Moths, guys. I remember.
Yeah.
But it's really cool in Levi. It is a not a trap. It's a liability to play it. Blocks 2. It's not a 6 in your graveyard, whatever. But it really opens up a lot of play because you can also scare your opponent into being like, I can't let this hit because, like, you can pop it onto like a swing big, right? And they're like, oh, I can't let this hit because they don't have another way to banish a 6 this turn, and if they hit the 6 off the top on the on hit, like, they just swung in for 9 and with no repercussions. So Shadow Puppetry is really cool in Levia, but I do think Shadow Puppetry is going to be even cooler in Vincent. So very excited to see where that card goes going forward.
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually, so for my 4th pick, I sent you a picture in your DMs because it's not on February, and I wanted to make sure that if you could show it, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose Blood Tribute, but not just because of the card itself, but there is an alternate foil, like, the blood on the Razor Reflex. But this is, like, if you can see that, I don't know how small, how big it can get.
Yeah.
But like the art on that card is absolutely gorgeous.
So nice.
It kind of looks like a Phyrexian symbol a little bit. But it, like, the regular Blood Tribute art is very cool as well, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But like the symmetry in that art is just fantastic. I mean, it's also a great card for the shadow decks. You can, opt 3 and, banish the top card of your deck to play stuff from it. It's an instant. I think you were playing the blue one, right, before you had the eye?
Yeah. And to be honest, I think I went back to playing the blue one instead of the eye.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think it really actually just did exactly what you wanted it to do in the deck. Just as like a weird one of, because it can fill your graveyard too. It's such an awesome card. I'm actually really jealous that you picked it.
You got Shadow Puppetry, so
yeah. Well, my 5th pick is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
You ready for this?
Let me guess. Yeah. Big boy. Go ahead. Type it out.
I'll cut it off. But Guardian of the Shadow Realm. Did I get that right? Yeah, Shadow Realm. I made it 2 words. Guardian of the Shadow Realm, 2 for 6 block. It's the Shadow Soul Shield, right? That's what it is. You can buy it back for 2 resources. Card's really cool. I think there's still a lot of potential in it, and to be honest, I think this is another card that Vincent is gonna really, really love.
Oh yeah.
It just makes sense with everything that Vincent is trying to do. Though, yeah. Oh yeah. I guess you can just banish it from your hand, which is awesome. Yeah. It's gonna be really sweet. So, Guardian of the Shadow Realm is just money. And Ted says I used to use Guardian to try battle Starvo. I remember the Starvo days. You kind of had to pack that card because it's just kind of,
how else do you block in an Oakenol, right?
Yeah, how else do you deal with this? Like, you can only give up your Carrion Husk once in the game. So yeah, Guardian of the Shadow Realm, 5th pick.
Yeah. So my last one here, it's sad to see that this card hasn't gotten picked. I think if we do an after draft, picks left on the table, there's 2 here that one could go one way, could go the other way. Fabby feud, left one off the survey kind of thing.
Yeah.
But for this, I'm gonna go Shadow of Ursur.
Ooh, I thought about Shadow of Ursur, but I ended up wanting to go with the Guardian. But yeah, this Shadow of Ursur is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing it back to the symmetry, bringing it back to the art, bringing it back to hyper playability. Like, this card is a blue that blocks 3. You can look at that art, and it's just like it's both the chest cavity of a demon that has angel wings with some sort of like Mount Doom lava thing, while the eclipse is happening in the background. Like, I mean, I know people love the Seeds of Agony art, and that's the one I think that got left on the cutting room floor here. But like the art on this, like the more you look at it, the more you can appreciate it, right? Because you've got like this central point. You can see the rib cage, right? You see the circle, a little bit of lava going out, but then like you don't see like the wings. It almost looks like hands combining.
Yeah.
Like it looks like hands, but then when you look around the circle, you can see the wings around the side. So you've got some sort of like dark angel, but then in the background there's also just like this volcano coming up from behind it. It's just like, yeah, the
So
depth
cool.
on the art is really cool. And like again, the symmetry, man. I love me some art, symmetry with art. And this is just like, yeah.
Beautiful.
And I still have one sitting right here. Just beautiful card.
Great card. Great draft. I think, you know, there's some like, yeah, I was looking at some other cards that, you know, I thought about picking, you know, some like honorable mentions here. Hooves of the Shadow Beast, Shadow Blasphemous, Unworldly Bellow, gosh, Tome of Torment, Howl from Beyond, you know, kind of falls in. Riftbind, what's the other one? Bounding Demagon. I mean, Seeds of Agony. You know,
so many cards.
Unhallowed Rites.
Yeah, I mean, people like to shit on Monarch a little bit just because of, you know, how complicated it was and how swingy some of the heroes are, and how, you know, 2 of them are not great and 2 of them are too great. But yeah, just like the art, the if you like get playmat, like you have the print of the Boneyard Marauder, right?
Yeah. Oh, I have the print of the alternate art Boneyard Marauder. To be honest, I thought that I was getting the regular art version, which to be honest, I like better, but I still like the alternate art as well. Yeah.
Damn. Well, yeah, but either way, the art in Monarch is just so fantastic, especially on the shadow cards, on the light cards. As you're drafting, make sure you're appreciating the art and the artists, because wow, they're just like, even if a card isn't super playable, like you can tell that the artist put a great. TOA is the worst set by far. That's fair. Dead Summer. I love drafting TOA because I just force Lexi because nobody else does it. But you know.
Yeah. Tails was just Tails.
OP. Tails was OP all around.
They took some chances. You know, I can't really fault them, right? It was like, hey, we're swinging big, even though they did that in Everfest.
Well, still, I mean, it was still on Aria, right? So.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So, hey, listen, this is a fun app.
Yeah,
I love talking Monarch. Monarch's just so cool. But do you have a meal of the week and pluggy wuggies?
Yeah. So my meal of the week, I want to shout out to preparing for a cookout and then not having as many people show up because, you know, you do it on Father's Day because it's the only day that works for you. And just buying too many hot dogs, you know, buying too many glizzies. You know, you buy like, you know, go to Costco, get the 24 pack, you know, and then you don't go through all of them. And then what do you have for the rest of the week? You got hot dogs. You know what I mean? you got hot dog. You got the barbecue was great, right? The barbecue was had everybody over, but you got too many goddamn hot dogs. And so, you know, you go with the hot dog and mac and cheese situation. You know, you just try and use them. And so I just want to, you know, my meal of the week was the memories of the too many glizzies in the fridge, and just, you know, working them in.
Listen, I can't wait to bust out my new hot dog shirt for the July 5th episode. I guess we'll call it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. That sounds good. Oh, do you want to plug stuff? Sorry.
No, I don't. The only plug I really have is the Twitter at Mr. Viz. Been doing some arcane stuff. Hopefully we get some more letters coming in the next set. All the stuff we've been seeing in the card art has been kind of gibberish. So, you know, if you're curious about the arcane language, both Kale and who's in chat, Dead Summer Art, and I are big aficionados of the arcane language. Love to chat about it. want to chat about Viscera, want to chat about life, chat about any game you like to play, I'm down to chat. Join the Buds Discord. We're a great community who is just really focused on giving people a safe space to talk about life, talk about the game in particular, but just it's in a competitive card game, it's hard to find a place to just hang out. Either some people are taking it too seriously, some people are just like not there. The community is super active, but we're also super there for everybody. So buds are buds kind of thing. If you're in the Buds Discord, we want to see you there.
Amen. My meal of the week is I made curry tonight. I love curry.
Yeah.
We're part of a CSA right now. It's like a crop share. So basically we pay like a couple $100 for the whole season, right? And they just every week we pick up so many vegetables. So always thinking of different ways to use them. I'm making this curry. I was just going to do paneer, and Lady Fresh is like, let's throw some greens in there. I was like, I don't know. And then, and she knew what she was talking about. And I cut up some Napa cabbage, threw that in there. And it was actually, you know what? Call GoDaddy, because it was thebomb.com. And it was awesome. So, that was really good. And, I don't know. I love curry. You can't help it.
Yeah.
I'm a curry boy.
Curry's the bomb.
Yeah. So you can continue to find me on Twitter at FreshBudsPod. July 2nd, the spoiler for Dusk Till Dawn. I don't know what the heck it is yet. I can't wait to figure it out. I got a feeling. Well, I mean, we know it's Shadow. I got a feeling it's going to work with a certain hero,
Viscera.
And Viscera. It's going for Viscera. I swear to God. I said, if they give me a Viscera card, I'm going to lose it, but I would be still very grateful. But July 2nd, I don't know what time yet, but it will be that day. So that will be Eastern Standard Time here in the States. So very excited for that. Twitter, FreshBudsPod, Buzz Discord, as Gary said, Patreons, that's where we're going to open these other 2 Monarch packs. And I love you all. And we will not be on stream next week because Gary's going to be on vacation or be coming back from vacation. And, he needs a break, right?
Yeah, I've been dealing with you too much. I really just need a week to
that's
leave
the show. No.
Leave the country. Get away.
But it will give me some time to work on the spoiler video.
Yeah,
which is nice. And maybe if I have some time, maybe I'll pop on and do like a Talishar stream if I got some, some spare time. If I finish some stuff, so we'll see. But either way, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for subscribing and just kind of like being active in chat. It's very much appreciated. Tomorrow, Fresh and Buds with Dead Summer Art, War of the Monarchs. Kale schools me on the whole story, and it only made me more hype. It's going to make all of you more hype, so it's going to be awesome. So have a good week.
Bellow.
Bellow.
Bellow out.